Hello and welcome. This is the Greenbrier Valley Church of the Nazarene with your daily devotion for Wednesday, September the 29th. Today we are reading from the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verses 1 through 14. Here's the word of the Lord. There's a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to uproot. A time to kill and a time to heal, a time to tear down and a time to build, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to scatter stones and a time to gather them, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to search and a time to give up, a time to keep and a time to throw away, a time to tear and a time to mend, a time to be silent and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time for war and a time for peace. What do workers gain from their toil? I have seen the burden God has laid on the human race. He has made everything beautiful in its time. He has also set eternity in the human heart. Yet no one can fathom what God has done from beginning to end. I know that there is nothing better for people than to be happy and to do good while they live, that each of them may eat and drink and find satisfaction in all their toil. This is the gift of God. I know that everything God does will endure forever. Nothing can be added to it and nothing taken from it. God does it so that people will fear Him. And that is the word of the Lord. The article today is titled Delighting God, written by Stephanie Hendrickson. Some people like to be scared. I'm not one of those people. I don't like scary movies or books. I choose not to go to places designed to frighten people. For some, it's a thrill they enjoy. For me, it's just too scary. Today's passage, particularly verse 14, points us in a direction that leads people to fear God. The writer says that everything God does will endure forever. Nothing can be added, nothing taken from it. God has the final say. But this fear the writer mentioned isn't fear that is scary. This is related to humility. God is guiding us not to serve control or gluttony of the things of life, but to proper delight in the gifts of God. This humility is something that is hard to come by in human nature. We often desire not the gifts that God gives us, but the accumulation of power, glory, and fame in all its forms. We behave as if our lives will go on here forever. We fail to appreciate what God has given us now, even if it's solely His presence. That is truly scary. Stop and take a few moments to reflect on what God has provided in your life. The hymn is by Charles Wesley, Jesus, Lover of My Soul. Thou, O Christ, art all I want, more than all in Thee I find. And from the 8th Psalm, verse 1, Lord, our Lord, how majestic is your name in all the earth. You have set your glory in the heavens. And this is your daily devotion for Wednesday, September the 29th. Have a blessed day.